All right, let's have some fun with Varget. So we've got Varget in there. We're going to do 30 grains. I've already got it set up. I've also got my timer ready to go. I'm going to hit the timer as soon as I put the pan on and it zeros, and then we are going to drop real world into cups, not just re-zeroing the scale, and we'll see realistically what this thing can do. Now remember, Adam's specs on this is plus or minus 0.02 grains, so I'm dropping 30 grains, which means anything 2998 to 3002 is going to be in spec for what we're testing. And you know, the more I play with this, the more I really appreciate that while it's not going to be a massive speed, or really in some cases no speed difference from the V3, and you certainly can't get any more accurate because the scale is the limiting factor to the accuracy, you gain some really neat functionality that I've talked about. Having gone through, like I said, a bunch of different powders in one day, you really come to appreciate, one, how easy it is to clean out the hopper and the tubes. And on top of that, you very quickly come to appreciate that there's no knob to turn when it comes to trying to create the first drop like you used to with the V3 with the large powder hopper. Because this thing is smart enough to know what you need to do when you drop it, it's going to always adjust based on what your final load is. So I went from dropping like 10 grains of CFE, which is this tiny little ball powder, cleaned it out, switched to Reloader 33, which is this giant stick powder, and all I had to do was punch a different number into the app. The machine takes care of everything else for you, which is really, it spoils you. And, you know, obviously you need to be somebody who it's going to make a difference for. Otherwise, you know, look, Adam will tell you, just keep your V3. It's, you know, basically going to be about the same speed, and it's going to be about the same accuracy. Well, it will be the same accuracy because of the scale. But you really do gain some neat features. You'll also notice, as I've talked about, incredibly quiet. And, you know, those are the big things with it. You know, people keep saying, oh man, is it worth the upgrade? Is it worth the upgrade? And I can't answer that question for you. I know for me it was a no-brainer. And not just because I make videos and do this stuff. For me, the ability to do ladder tests and to be able to just punch in new numbers and have the machine follow along without me having to constantly guess at what I need to drop so that I'm not constantly, you know, falling behind with how much the trickler is going to drop, that alone was worth it. Losing the trickler on the side and not bumping it or knocking it, and the noise that comes with that, that's another huge plus for me, and the ability to clean it out much faster without having to worry about bending wires or anything like that. Okay, 302, had to double check that one. Sometimes if I move my hand too quickly, it does throw off the scale, so I threw it back on. You saw the green light hit and it was 3002. So we're on our last drop. I'm going to stop this as soon as we hit our number. And there we are. We are at 3 minutes flat for 10 loads altogether. So that averages, what, about 18 seconds per drop. And that includes my dump time, putting it back on, waiting for the scale to re-zero, stuff like that. So there are some real numbers for you. All of these drops were within spec as far as plus or minus 0.02. And, you know, at the end of the day, it does exactly what Adam says it will. So for those that are still wondering how it performs with something other than the powders you normally seen me use, there you go. That is the real world for you. I'll have more with this scale and the V4 as I keep using it, but I thought you guys would like a nice, you know, kind of where I'm at with some different powder videos. And enjoy. Talk to you guys later. Have a good one.